What is up? I'm getting Instagram pulled up here so we can go live across the board. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I see people starting to get in here. Give everybody a minute to get tuned in. Pulling up the Instagram over here on the iPad, kind of get it streaming. Trying to get that crowd built up a little bit too. It's a weird deal. I should have got this green screen. No, but it don't matter. All right, so tonight, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Tonight we're going to discuss just some random stuff kind of on my mind. And, you know, I do feel like when you have the platform we have and you have the amount of followers we have, and frankly, when you run your mouth as much as I do, you know, that it would be an injustice for me to keep my mouth shut and not say something about the George Floyd incident up there in Minnesota, because frankly it affects all of us nationwide, white, black, blue, green. We got to be able to trust our law enforcement, and we got to be able to just look at something without bias and say, hey, this is messed up. Hold on, y'all, I forgot to plug my microphone in here to my phone, so this will sound a little bit better, I hope. Let me get back to my normal face here. All right, here we go. Got everybody here. So, Instagram, Facebook. Tonight, welcome to JXN Uncensored Live. My name is Clay Edwards. I also run Save Jackson. I love you guys. Tonight, we're going to discuss the George Floyd stuff in Minneapolis, the curfew in Jackson, how it's affecting local musicians, the mayor of Petal being as hard-headed as anybody I've ever seen. Don't no one know what that man died of. Andy, look, that true enough, but we know why he died, so we're going to discuss that. Let me see. Yeah, the I-220 shutdown. We're going to discuss the I-220 shutdown. I'm reading comments as I go here. We're just going to kind of go over a few things. I got on my throwback shirt for Throwback Thursday, old Club 105 shirt here. So let's just get started. As I was saying, when you have the platform that we have, close to 50,000 followers across social media, and you run your mouth as much as I do about everything, I kind of have an obligation to talk to you guys about stuff when everybody's talking about it. Otherwise, I don't feel like I'd be being honest and true to myself and to the following that we've created here. So let's get it out of the way. The stuff in Minneapolis with the George Floyd stuff. Sorry, I want to say George Kyle so bad, but George Floyd. That's tragic. And I think it's one of the few times I've ever seen the right, the left, the black, the white, and even cops across the country come out and say, that was wrong, that shouldn't have happened. And I think it's pretty much the end of that. He didn't die from racism. He died from ignorance. You know, see somebody here, somebody died from racism. You know, I'm not going to get into that. I'm actually going to move the comments off the screen there and just talk to y'all. I feel like that's the best thing. So regardless of what you feel like happened, it's not my job for me to sit here and tell you how to feel or what did or what didn't happen. I know what I saw with my eyes. I know what my wife saw. I know what my family saw. We've watched the video multiple times, front to back. You saw a man die unjustly. I don't care what he did. I don't care if he had shot someone. Once they had him on the ground and he was handcuffed, and actually, furthermore, they actually drug him out of the cop car after he was already handcuffed, and then got him on the ground, and 3 of them held him down and killed him. Whether that was the intentions or not, whether it was choking to death or from asphyxiation or it caused a heart attack or whatever the case may be. He died with them on top of him. Um, it's a bad deal. You go to work one day and you kill somebody, and it changes your life forever. The cop, cancel Instagram. I forgot to even hit damn play. The cop that was standing there, the little Asian guy, I feel bad for him, sort of, because he was probably overruled. It was probably a superior. I don't know. But he was in a bad situation. But now, but at some point, you got to grow some balls and do something. If your other folks are doing like that and it's wrong. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right, wrong, or whatever. But never have I seen an incident where a cop, let's just say it, a white cop killed a black man, and everybody that I know, from the extreme right to the extreme left, the Boogaloo Boys and everybody in between, came together unanimously and have said, this is wrong, we demand justice. Now, I do not co-sign on the rioting and all that, but who am I to tell other people what to do? It's not how I would handle it. I wouldn't encourage that. I would hope that we didn't burn Jackson down anymore. I know a city like Jackson couldn't handle that. It would be the straw that broke the camel's back here. But it's weird. I would say funny, but I mean it in an ironic way, not a comical way. You don't see these kind of things happen in Jackson, Mississippi. Or frankly, you don't see them happen in Mississippi. And I'm sure somebody will figure some incident out and tell me, no, you're wrong, this happened. I think we have a lot more mutual respect and love for each other than we'll ever admit. We live very close to each other. We're a state that's way more mixed than it is separated. We've got a way larger minority community here than we do one of the other states that I've been in. Sorry, I suck at exact statistics, but I live in Jackson, where it's like 85-90% African American. So I can't see the rest of Mississippi like some of the rest of y'all see it. I'm the minority in a predominantly black city, so I see it through a different lens, and I love my black friends and family, and I would throw up if something like that happened to one of them. So I wanted to get that out of the way and just kind of express my thoughts and opinions on that. I've waited a couple days to say anything because I didn't want to say anything stupid, and I really wanted to give it a couple days to see how I felt about, once the facts came out and whatever. And frankly, I'm madder today than I was 3 days ago when I saw it. That man cried for his mama 5 different times while he was being choked to death, and man, that's sad. That'll punch you in the gut right there. And we did a little research, and I believe we found out his mom had passed away, right?
Yeah.
His mom's been passed away for a while now, and when you're that close to death, maybe he was seeing a ghost. Who knows?
Everybody wants their mama
when things get like that, and yeah. I mean that hit me hard. It really did. But that probably hit me harder than any other part of that. Then the big-headed ass mayor of Petal, Mississippi, decided to insert his opinion in something national that he had no business inserting his opinion into. I don't have the tweet in front of me, but or Facebook post or whatever it was, where he basically said,
if you can talk, you can breathe.
Yeah, if you can talk, you can breathe. Man, look, shut up. And I don't know if y'all watched. I shared it on my personal Facebook page, and I shared it into the JXN Uncensored group tonight. The guy, they were filming a live from the city council meeting in Petal, and the town went at him, black, white, everybody, begging him demanding him step down, and he just rolled his eyes at everybody and told him he wasn't doing anything. Disgusting. Hell, I would love to go to the Jackson City Hall and demand for our mayor to step down, because he doesn't do anything either. But good Lord, he doesn't say anything quite that stupid. Well, you know what? Actually, I take that back. The gun stuff and several other things that I'm going to get to later. Let's just get to them now. The curfew. Does Jackson need a curfew? Yeah, I mean, obviously. But here's the thing: who's the people who it's intended to keep from doing dumb stuff are not abiding by the curfew. They're not going to. They're not abiding by open carry rules, open carry laws, closed carry, whatever, concealed carry. Criminals are going to do criminal stuff. It's what they do. So, curfew be damned. We just had our deadliest month in the history of the city in April. And May is not off to a much better start. You know, we had a mass shooting the other night that nobody cared to report for almost 24 hours after it happened. Let's see, what else? Back to the curfew. Our local musicians. Here's the people who it's really hurting. It's our local musicians and nightlife. And I know when y'all hear me get on here and talk about nightclubs, you think, oh, he's just talking about booty-shaking ass nightclubs where everybody's asshole elbows in there. And that's not what I'm talking about. There's plenty of local places that stay open past midnight that might have 20 or 30 people in them with a local artist playing their guitar on stage. Or it may be 200, 300, 400, 500 people with a band playing, but if they're at their maximum or within their fire code, it doesn't matter. You know, so musicians, they don't make the normal kind of money that a lot of us make to go to work 9 to 5. They work on a lot of cash. We can have another conversation about that another day, but so they don't qualify for the benefits of unemployment and government assistance like a lot of people do. Well, these guys and girls are not able to work. One of my friends, Joey Tannehill, he's very left-leaning. I don't feel like I'm breaking any news here. You can look at his Facebook page. I mean, it's obvious. I asked him if I could bring this up, and he said I could. You know, he made a Facebook page, and he tagged the mayor of Jackson in it, discussing the curfew and the lockdown and stuff. And everybody else is allowed to make money, but these people in the nightlife business, whether it be entertainment, nightclubs, bands, dancers, whatever it is, acoustic guitars, piano players, they can't make money. So they're starving. You're already talking about starving musicians, and now they're really starving. They can't pay their bills or anything else. Now, we all chose to do what we do for a living, but we also did it not taking into account that there may be a dang global shamdemic. You know, hell, speaking of that, if you take all the senior citizen deaths out of this thing, do you even have a pandemic? I mean, how many, you take all, and you know, in Pennsylvania, I saw this the other day and it blew my mind. In Pennsylvania, big state, there's big cities there, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, it's a big state. More people over 100 years old died than under 45. Now, we all know somebody under 45. I'm 42, so that's pretty much my entire listening audience minus a few people. How many of us know somebody over 100? I want you to take a state with that many millions of people, probably 10, 12, 20 million, I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. I don't do research like that. I just know it's a lot of people. If you're a state big enough to have 2 professional football teams in 2 major cities, 2 baseball teams, basketball, all that, you've got a lot of people. Hockey teams, everything. And more people over 100 died than under 45. That tells you all you need to know. It'll be really interesting to see the numbers when they come out in Mississippi, how many people died in nursing homes. Because from my understanding, we didn't do any better here. Sending sick people back to nursing homes, and that's why they've been keeping the names of those nursing homes private. Very secretive. But that's not what we're about. You know, save Jackson. I don't have access to those kind of numbers, and apparently nobody does, because our local media doesn't discuss it either. Speaking of our local media, I've got some friends that work for those folks, and I don't have no real problem with them, but I find it interesting that they're having to pull their stories from social media, and they're taking 24, 48 hours after the fact to do it. We broke the story via Pearl River Keeper, the Pearl River Keeper website, Facebook page, whatever, the other day about
Water.
the water. Over 500 million gallons of pure poop being dumped into the river, in the Pearl River, from a water leak on Jefferson Street, or an open manhole, or whatever it was. As far as I know, we were the first site to report it. Maybe somebody else did. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it was us. 36 hours later, I saw where WLBT, and somebody else may have done it again, but I followed WLBT. They reported it. 36 hours later. And I saw in their story where they had reached out to the city, but the city had refused to comment, or had not commented yet. Man, 500 million gallons, 10 Olympic swimming pools a day of poop straight to the Pearl River.
Sewage.
It's gross. Gross.
Very.
Anyway, drink bottled water. Don't trust anything these people tell you. All right. Let's pull back the comments here. I can see them again. I'm done with them again. All it takes is one person. I'm like, swipe. I'd rather just talk to y'all without the distraction. Look, not a long video tonight. I just needed to get that off my chest. Oh, one last thing. I posted on Instagram earlier. Try to mix stuff up a little. I try not to copy the same content everywhere. I don't have a problem with anybody being outraged about the incident in Minnesota. My only problem is this: I wish we were as angry about our children being murdered here in Jackson, Mississippi, and we had as much outrage. I'm not saying go and riot and burn down a Target or a Walmart or whatever here. But I'm saying the social media outrage, it would be a beautiful thing to see whites, blacks, conservatives, Democrats, everybody come together in unison in the amount of people that are doing it for these murders of young children who are just casualties of war in these drive-by shootings. We had an 11-year-old, a 10-year-old. Y'all go look at the Save Jackson Instagram. I screenshotted. Simply Google children killed by guns in Jackson, Mississippi. I think that was the search term I used. Children killed by guns or drive-by shootings in Jackson, Mississippi. Or something along those lines. It's almost 10 kids in the last couple years that were just casualties of war. Protest tomorrow, City Hall at noon for Petal. Yeah, we'll share all that. We'll share the protest down there in Petal. Because like I said, the page is called Save Jackson, but I believe we're growing past the point of just talking about Jackson. We will be covering more of stuff going on in Mississippi. It's not fair not to, because it's just rinse, repeat in Jackson. But we're going to rinse and repeat. We're going to talk about all that. We're a superhero dad team, man. I don't know. Look, man, again, thank y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. Save Mississippi. I know I should have gone with that. I just like the Jackson, the JXN. When I was riding through Jackson, I saw a bunch of empty buildings. I'm like, oh, we got to save this. You know, somebody opened up some businesses here. Save the businesses that are here. Save the people. So that's where the Save Jackson came from. I know there's been a lot of misinterpretation of that. I know I've had a lot of people they just assume that because when you say Jackson, you're automatically, it's like some code for being insulting African Americans, and it's never been that. Never. It's just save the city, brother. You know, it's a lot going on. A lot going on. Mayor Clay. It does have a good ring to it, doesn't it? It wouldn't be fair to y'all for me to run for mayor. it would be a wasted vote, I do believe, just because the demographics of the city aren't going to support it, and it is what it is. I love y'all. I would do it if they ever said, Clay, it's your job, man up. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Clay for Jackson. But with all that said, man, y'all raise hell out there. Demand that hold these people accountable. Do like I do. I mean, that's why everybody's been so shocked when I came out and started this, and we call people out. We tag the mayor. We tag the city hall. We tag these folks. Let them know you see them. You see them. You see what they're doing or not doing. I mean, they took the oath as a public official to do better. And when they're not, and they're pulling this crap, hold them accountable. Demand more. I would say demand excellence, but, let's be real. Let's start somewhere. Demand mediocre. Because we're not even getting that. And that's all I'm saying. Let's demand a little bit more out of these folks. How about don't hire people from outside the state to come down here and give them these big $1 million jobs and this, that, and the other. How about hire somebody? There's somebody in the state of Mississippi who could run Jackson Public Schools better than the clown that's doing it. Surely there's somebody who could fill all these positions that they have filled in Jackson with people from Detroit and everywhere else. Millions and millions of dollars that are strictly going to leave our state as soon as this mayor is out of office. And we're going to have to start back over from ground zero, which we need to start back over from ground zero, but we shouldn't be having to start back over from ground zero. So, with all that said, love y'all. Remember, Throwback Thursday, Club 105. Going to be releasing some more shirts on our Teespring account. I'm trying to read these last little comments, man. I don't want y'all watching me not answer anything here. What about Station 25? To clean up proper firefighters taking their stories to the news. It's not letting me click on it there. I know it said demand mediocrity. I think I will put that on a shirt. Play Jackson. Fondren, where people play Jackson for the day. And demand mediocrity. Look, I'm going to keep it short tonight. Thank y'all so much. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on all the social media channels. Just at Save JXN. It's the same thing across the board. Nobody else thought to use it, so I did. Peace.